When she appeared on the back page in August last year, Jakara Anthony was already an Olympic gold medalist and World Cup champion. But she was just getting started.
3, 2, 1, go.
Going on to complete the greatest season by a mogul skier ever. Jakara won 14 of 16 World Cup mogul events, claiming 7 victories in the singles and 7 in the duels. That meant she'd also clinch a 3rd Crystal Globe for topping the overall standings during a season of unprecedented domination. And she joins us now, Jakara, welcome.
Thank you.
Haven't you kicked on since you left our little show?
Been a little busy.
You have been. The beautiful crystal globes that we saw, have they made it back to Bowen Heads safely?
They made it in one piece, which is a very successful feat, if you ask me.
Yeah, absolutely. As has been this period, it's just an incredible stretch for you, as we mentioned, history.
Yeah, it is history. You know, some people are throwing out some wild stats and they're true, but getting hit with them week after week, that I was breaking world records, breaking my own record then, it was a pretty spectacular season.
And Jakara, what's changed for you this year? Have you trained differently? Have you taken on the challenges when you're competing differently, like in the mental way? Or what have you done that's really mixed it up?
I don't think you can ever really tie it down to one thing or one point in time. You know, it's kind of cumulative over all those years, being consistent with the work, what we're trying to do, what we're about out there. But definitely worked a lot on the mental side post Beijing, especially last year leading into that. And that's really helped me go out there, enjoy what I'm doing and ski the way that I want to.
Professional athletes talk about being in zones in their profession. Do you sometimes at the start line saying to yourself, there's no one's going to beat me today?
Oh, I wish that was the truth, but I have that belief in myself that if I go out there and I do the run that I know I'm capable of, I'm going to be proud of that regardless, and I think it's got a pretty good shot of taking that top spot, and if anyone was to beat that, then good on them. Yep. That would be a phenomenal performance.
Hey, Jakara, how do you get up to the top of the Moguls? Do you have to get, like, the T-bar with Bob from Bendigo, like, sitting next to you? Like, when you're going up there, you know, you've got to put your arm around. How do you
no
get
joke,
up?
though, yeah.
You've got to get the T-bar up.
Yeah, we're riding the chairlift or the T-bar with the public.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah,
Awesome.
You're up there going up for finals and they're just having a yarn about whatever they want. I don't think there's many sports dealing with that.
That's all. Just look out for crowbars or anything. It could be another Nancy Sheridan kind of,
Oh, man.
Public could come after you. Hey, I've had 4 knee reconstructions. When I see vision of you, I go, oh my God. Is there anything that you can do to train your knees or just the shock on them?
I think it looks worse than it is, but it is a very high impact sport. So we're in the gym a lot, like a lot. Getting as strong and fit as we can, and lower body strength in particular to be able to deal with that impact, and a little bit of upper body so you can take a hit if it happens, which fingers crossed it doesn't, but you know, it's the reality of the sport.
Do you think your way, it's such a fast and bumpy event, do you think your way through it, or do you just let your muscle memory take over and just, you know, does it all happen just naturally without even almost thinking about it?
By the time you get to competition, you're trusting that muscle memory a fair bit, but there's specific parts of the course that you know are a little trickier and you've got to be a little more conscious of, or certain technical things you might be struggling with or really striving to do on certain courses, and they're definitely playing on your mind. You're thinking about them constantly while you're skiing, and then at training we're even more intentional with trying to change things.
What about the duels, which look fabulous, and you did brilliantly at, and they're going to be at the Olympics?
Yeah, Dual Moguls is going to be in Milano Cortina at the Olympics for the first time, so we're going to have 2 cracks at a gold medal, which is super exciting. It's a pretty different ball game, you know, speed becomes a little more important. Judges are trying to watch 2 people at a time, so that changes it a little bit, but it's a really exciting spectator sport, and I'm excited for the whole world to get to see that.
Well, you can, though, not get down the bottom there unscathed in the duels. I think we have some vision of Matt Graham, that crash. It's him on our right.
This was terrifying.
That's very scary.
Yeah, that's the only time I've ever seen that happen in my career. I've heard of it other times, but yeah, that was a big reality check for us all of how dangerous the sport can be.
And when you see something like that, how do you then remove it from your mind next time you're going down?
I think I was done competing for the day, luckily, on that one. And we had a little break after it. But, you know, for me, it's about kind of learning. I've really put a big effort into learning how to stay present in the moment and focus on what it is I need to. There's a lot of external distractions and things that are way out of my control that do tend to stress me out. So learning to come back to what it is I can do in each moment has been key for me.
Have you been to the beach lately?
I went today, actually.
Did you really?
Yeah, Sydney's been turning on the weather for me. Didn't make it to the beach when I was home. I've had 3 days at home this year, but yeah, hit the beach up today.
Well, I saw that on Instagram saying you were squeezing an entire summer into 3 days or something because you are basically on the other side of the world, aren't you?
Yeah, literally, we're doing back-to-back winters. So over the Australian summer, we're in the Northern Hemisphere chasing the snow, and then we get back to Australia and have our domestic season. We'll ski down in Perisher, ski at Mount Buller.
Are your mates from the Northern Hemisphere in awe of your story? Like, where you came from and everything? Like, it's, I mean, everyone over here is, but, how do they see it?
I think everyone finds it a bit of an obscure concept that some of the best people in the world in our sport are from Australia, which is not known for its snow. Most people overseas think we're the Austrian team, actually. The Austrian national anthem played at one event. So, yeah, they find it a little bit of an odd concept.
Oh, did you sing along?
I wish I could have.
Hey, wouldn't it be funny if you just shed a tear or something?
Well, let's hope we hear that Austrian national anthem at the next Olympics and you're standing on that podium. Great to talk to you again.
Amazing.
And well done on everything you've achieved and continue to come back and see us again.